if we didn't have films, most older men in their 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s wouldn't think that they need to be with a woman 35 years younger than them. But it's accepted. Yeah, we can go on this whole tangent, but if you
Let's
look
go
at
on this whole tangent. This is a rabbit hole. I just enjoy going down, but it's up to Brian.
Older women that date younger men are given stigmas and names, but it's widely accepted through films and the way society acts that an older man can date someone 20, 30 years younger than them. And it's okay.
Well, let us find out. Hang on. I think that that's a fair point. Let us test if it's true. I have, just in my memory, a grouping of movies where an older woman is sleeping with a younger man, and that's considered to be based and awesome and in every way just fine. One that comes to mind, for instance, is American Pie with Stifler's mom. Right? This was a movie that was widely distributed. So my question is, let's go one for one. Can you name the movie where that's socially acceptable the other way for a man?
Probably all the movies that were made in the 50s.
Yeah, no,
and
just
60s.
Name one.
Okay, so let's see. The one with Cary Grant, and then he was with...
In the 1950s?
No, wait, let me just go.
No, in modernity. What are the modern
Roman
movies
Holiday,
which are showing this?
like you see Cary Grant with someone who's 20, 30 years younger than him.
70-year-old geriatric dudes are not going to count as far as societal norms now. So, like, in modernity...
Actually, if you watch any films, especially with female directors, they talk about this subject a lot, that it's okay. It's taboo for an older woman to date a younger man. And
they named the movie in modernity
where
it's the older man with the younger woman, and that is considered, and that is pushed and promoted as being a good thing. Name one.
Twilight.
Yeah.
No, not you.
I'm helping her out.
And by the way, the reason Twilight doesn't count is because Edward physically stays the same age forever. So that doesn't even count. So back away from that. And then, by the way, that movie had bestiality. No shock to me that the tree lover loves it. But back over to this, where I was before I was so rudely interrupted. Can you name a movie of modernity where it's promoted for men to have an age gap relationship, and that's promoted as a good thing?
Isn't Pretty Woman like all about
not you. The woman I'm talking to who's not you.
Just answer the question kindly.
I'm just thinking, well, there was a movie that was recent that Anne Hathaway was in when she's older than the man.
Oh, I know that movie.
And then she got completely beat up about it, verbally, society, her child was, teased.
Yeah, what's it called?
I forgot what that movie was.
You would think that if these things were so, you would think that if societally it was so prevalent that age gap relationships were looked at as being okay for men to go after younger women, that you would have a slew of examples that you can give me.
What about Seinfeld?
And I haven't actually heard you give me one example of where that's promoted as being a good thing in a movie.
All you have to do is look at what Hugh Hefner created, and then I met him years ago, and it was
that does not surprise me.
But it was normal for an older man to be with someone 20, 30 years, and it's in lots of movies.
Before we move over to the diatribe, which I'm happy to listen to and engage with, can you name a movie of modernity, even the last 20 years, where the age gap relationship is promoted as being a good thing, where the man is older than the woman? Just one. I'm just looking for one.
All of James Bond's movies.
All of James Bond's
like
movies?
The last one with Daniel,
okay, name the one where he's in the age gap relationship.
Wait. The Daniel Craig movies of the last three he was in, the woman was in their 20s, and he's in his 60s going into the 70s. So that's a 40-year gap.
Wait, what movie is this?
Daniel Craig was in 3 James Bond films. And he's late 60s, and his star is in their 20s.
Yeah, but you realize that you can act when you're acting. You can still act as though you're the same age as the person who's far younger than you. These are not, James Bond movies are not presented as James Bond is way older than the women that he ends up with. Those are never presented that way. They're presented as being in some way equal in age or sophistication, always.
But I'm just saying that it's a society thing, that it's okay for an older man to be with a 20, 30, 40-year gap woman.
It actually, it actually
yeah,
isn't.
you keep asserting that, but where's the evidence for that?
Here's the thing, right, is that you say that, but in actuality, it's actually, there's a huge actual negative pressure sorry, I'm not using the right wording there. For example, you'll have words like cougar for women. It's not clear to me that there's actually any negative stigma towards women who date younger men, whereas older men who date younger women actually get severely pathologized by mass amounts of the population. They conflate men who date women in their, who are, if a man's 40 who's dating a 21-year-old, they're going to call him a P word. So there's actually way more stigma towards men who date younger than the reverse. While it's more common for men to date younger, there's much greater stigma.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you an example of this, and maybe you just don't know how this goes, at least inside the online sphere. But men who date younger women are often called PDF files. They're often called names like this. Because they're dating a woman who is a legal adult. She's sometimes 22, 23 years old, and he's 40, 45, and they still call him that. That seems like it's a massive social stigma, the opposite direction than what you're talking about.
But so I guess it's happening both ways, but because I'm older.
It's not, though.
No, but because I'm older than most of the women here, it's like I see that there is a stigma. If I'm attracted to someone who's younger than me, then I get called those names. So even though I'm not attracted to someone.
Yeah, but what are the names? What are the names? Cougar?
Cougar,
what are the derogatory names that you're called?
Yeah, you get called cougar. Men get called P words.
Yeah, they get called the P word. You get called a cougar. Like
what?
Can't say it.
You know it.
Okay.
You don't.
Pedo.
It starts.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So like Bill Belichick, is that right? Bill Belichick. He's got that 23-year-old girlfriend. He's 72. That's all over the news lately.
Oh, didn't they just have a baby?
That's also that one guy who's like 80 just had a baby with like somebody.
You're talking about Al Pacino.
Back on track here. Back on track here. So okay.
So that was one time, but that wasn't with Daniel Craig.
So okay, back on track here.
Yep.
So I mean, you're 55. Well, I mean, you didn't specify exact age.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be better looking at 65 than you are now?
Well, I just went through both of my favorite people dying in the past.
How is that relevant? I'm sorry. How is that relevant?
Because everyone has been bringing up the fact that when you go through life experiences, stress, it affects you. So I feel like 10 years from now, I might look better because I won't be going through such severe stress.
Let's go.
So I just went through severe stress of moving 8 times, losing all my stuff in the Maui fires, moving here, having to reinvent my life. All those stresses affects the way someone looks.
But we talked about that whole topic for like an hour.
Okay.
So, like,
yeah, but I'm just saying that.
I get what
so
you're
maybe
saying, but
10
like,
years later.
So you think you're going to look better in 10 years?
Yeah, because I won't have all the extreme.
Simple question.
I hope.
What if you had the same exact stress?
Then I don't know. Probably.
Okay,
worse.
What about in 20 years? So 75 compared to 55?
I don't know. God, all my friends are like doing Botox and all that weird stuff.
Okay, hold on. Let me give a little guidance here. So, okay. Let's remove the stress
like
from your
75?
life. Hold on. Let's remove the stress entirely from your life.
Thank
55.
you.
We're going to remove all stress from your life for the next 100 years. I don't know if you'll make it that far, but most people won't live to 100 years. Okay. So you're going to have no stress in 10 years' time. And let's assume you have no stress right now, too.
Okay.
In 10 years' time, will you be better looking? So 65 to 55?
Yes.
Okay. Will you be better looking at 75 versus now at 55?
Probably because I won't care.
Is that you won't care?
It's a pretty damn good answer.
Okay. So
because it doesn't. I mean, my grandmother lived to nearly 105, and she was like the best person in the world because she was so kind.
Okay, yes, sure. But we're talking about physical appearance, right?
Yeah, physical appearance. I mean,
I love how we're talking about physical things, but it gets so fucking deep with every single thing. Like,
well, because
I get it though. I
because
get it. Debate away.
Is you express yourself from your life experiences. So you change and you morph and you transform. And
wait, what was the question again?
Tax.
Does she get hotter?
At 75,
this is not a straight answer.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 85 or 55?
Right there.
85. Yes.
You'll be more attractive at 85.
Yes.
Okay. Will you be more attractive at 95 than you are now at 55?
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, 95 is the breaking point.
At 95,
yeah, okay.
95 is like...
All right. What about this? What about this? Are you more physically attractive now at 55 than you were at 45? So 10 years ago.
No.
Hold on. You were more attractive at 45.
Yeah, because I didn't go through all this awful stress.
now you took her stress away for the other.
Yeah.
Let's pretend there's no stress.
But I was a tomboy most of my life. So
Okay. What about 35 then?
35.
Were you more physically attractive at 35 than you are now at 55?
No, but I had a lot more boyfriends back then.
Wait, I'm a little confused because you said right now you're going through a significant amount of stress.
Yes. So I don't feel very attractive.
Wait, stop. Was that stress, the stress that you're feeling now, more than the stress that you were having at 45?
Yes.
But you said you're more attractive now.
No. I was more attractive at 45 than I am now.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, then I misheard. Okay. So more attractive at 45. Did anybody else mishear that?
I heard her say that.
I thought you said, okay, so more attractive at 45 then. Okay.